morning and happy July 4th. Y'all, I'm super excited about today. We got a lot going on. So before we go further, I'm telling you, we're not live right now because a lot of our employees have their day off. But I'll tell you what we got going on. We're giving away a tree today. This Acer palmatum Cotonoito in front of us. We'll tell you more about that here in a little bit. We are also having our 4th of July celebration sale, July 4th celebration sale, MrMaple.com/sale. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about where we're going to be doing our meetup before our open house, which is coming up just right around the corner, July 11th and 12th, 8 to noon is the actual open house. The day before, night before, we're going to have a meetup dinner. We'll tell you that information. And I'm going to break down our weekly whammy. And guys, I'm not only going to tell you the stuff that's on the whammy today, the limited items that are getting dropped today, but I'm going to tell you things that are dropping on Saturday, and I'm going to tell you the things that are dropping on Sunday. So you're going to want to stay tuned for this whole video today. And guys, get excited. We got a lot going on at MrMaple.com.
So I'm thinking, and happy 4th of July, everybody, but I'm thinking people are wondering, how are we going to give away this tree when we're not live? Normally we give it away in the live chat. So things are going to be a little bit different this time. So
the competition's not going to be in the live chat. It's going to be in the comments section below.
Right.
And what we're going to do is we're going to tell you to go share MrMaple.com/sale on social media. You can do that right now. And then we're going to make a drawing from Friday, Saturdays, and Sunday when everybody comments on our YouTube video, not during the live chat, but on the comment section for the video. And you come back and you put hashtag Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. And if you do that, you're entered to win. And how, when are we going to make this announcement? The Tuesday following this Friday. So the Tuesday, on Tuesday, July 8th, on our 10 at 10 video, at the end of our video, we'll make the announcement of who won from our live video.
So instead of leaving that in the live chat, leave that in the comments, the hashtag in the comments. Let us know where you shared it in social media, and that's that MrMaple.com sale, and you can win this Cotonoito. Just a killer cultivar, this linear lobum, gonna blow in the wind, make your garden look just really special with those long leaves blowing, give that bamboo feel. But here's your chance to win a killer cultivar.
Okay, so just to make that simple for y'all again, share MrMaple.com/sale. That takes people directly to our 4th of July sale. We've actually now got this really nice thumbnail that pops up that for each sale and different thing we're doing. That was just not that link that y'all may have saw before. So it looks a little more attractive. I say a little more attractive. I think this one actually has me in like muscles. So there's some great AI work giving me some muscles that I don't have. But we're promoting our 4th of July sale, and then come back in on the comment section below, not the live chat, and put hashtag Happy 4th of July. And you're entered, and let us know where you shared it on social media, and you're entered to win this Cotonoito. We're changing things up. There's probably not going to be as many people enter, and you've got a chance to win a free Japanese maple. Cotonoito, an 8 to 10 foot Japanese maple with some amazing fall color, some good texture. I don't know if you can see this tree here. It's probably close to 22 to 24 inches. It's got that thread-like growth, and it just gives some interesting texture out there in the landscape. I mean, this is a good size 1 gallon Japanese maple, and it's the free tree and free shipping. You got to be in the continental United States to win this. We can only ship in the continental United States. So just throwing that out there.
But we're talking about 4th of July, but right now, this very moment, we got a weekly whammy happening. We got some trees on sale for the weekly whammy.
So I'm going to start off with what's going on Friday. We'll hit y'all with some other information about the open house. We'll go through some Saturday. And then at least by the end of this video, we'll go through and let you know what's going on the weekly whammy on Sunday. There's 15 trees that are going, 15 varieties that are going on the weekly whammy today, 10 on Saturday, and 10 on Sunday. And this sale we're talking about, the Japanese Maple Celebration Sale, that's site-wide. So it's just for the weekend. Take advantage of this while it's here. Nigel came to me this morning and said, why don't we do a 4th of July sale with the weekly whammy? And I said, why not? Let's do one so that we can celebrate 4th of July and Independence. So super excited. Y'all, coming up on the weekly whammy, first off, we got some 2-gallon Hogokus. Good sizes on those. Hogoku, one of the best pumpkin orange fall colors of any of the Japanese maples.
You know, looking at this list, I can tell that Brian Rule had a lot to do with this list, because I joke with him every time I say, Brian, are you working or are you shopping? And this looks like his shopping list. This is all stuff I could see him where he's going around saying, ooh, look at that. And keep in mind, with these weekly whammies, these are trees that we have that we don't have enough quite to make a set for our 10 at 10 drop, but we have more than the limited sale. So this is a great opportunity to get some of those that may have not been listed on our site for a minute, that now we have them available to you. And I'll tell you what, especially these with these smaller sets, the sizes on these, the caliper on them are just, just so, because like I say, some of them may have been part of a set before that dropped, but has been sitting in the greenhouse. So, just killer varieties.
Many of these items are 10 items or less. So it's basically like a slightly more limited release. Y'all may be familiar with our limited release where you drop one on the hour every hour. Some of these items may have 10, some of them may have 6, some of them may have 3. So take advantage of some of these cool items while they're listed on Mr. Maple, because these are the ones that are at the nursery for these varieties right now. Next up, we've got Spring Delight low grass. We got some 1 gallons. Spring Delight selection by Talon Buchholz. Purple nail in the early spring, where you just get this purple tipping on the sort of light yellow green style leaf. It has a good spreading out habit. Some good yellows to oranges in the fall as well. Our cultivar breakdown of this that we have on the Mr. Maple Show is actually at Tom Cox's at the Cox Arboretum. We had the privilege to be able to go down there and film when Tom was still there, and it is an amazing specimen. One of the original Spring Delights resides at Buchholz Nursery in the Floral Wonder Arboretum, where we have Buchholz Nursery now, and it's in some of our walkthroughs as well. You should definitely go check those things out. But we've got low grass today, right now, on this weekly whammy.
And you don't want to miss out on these, because like we said, some of these might be, or they are, smaller sets than what would be available for our 10 at 10s. So, if you see something, if you get on there and you see it's on the weekly whammy, it's on sale, go ahead and hit that button. Go ahead and purchase it, because it's not uncommon while we're on these videos with the sale, when it drops, for some of these to drop out or to sell out before we even get off doing the video.
So right now we've got Ginkgo biloba Barabits Nana, compact ginkgo selection. One you don't see it's not very common. It's got that nice rounded form to it. Good yellow fall color. Ginkgos give them lime. They love lime that allows them to take up water nutrients efficiently. We're talking about garden lime. Awesome little dwarf ginkgo there. Styrax japonicus even in light also. This is an upright Styrax Japanese flowering snowbell with that dark maroon foliage.
And then you move on to Acer palmatum Baton Rouge. We're talking about a coral bark, but we're talking about one that can handle the heat. That was, I believe, was Texas, down from Texas. But you're talking about a really, really cool coral bark. Gives you that winter interest. But for those of us that live in places that just get hot, and that heat, this is one of those that's going to do really well.
It's real popular in Louisiana. The name Baton Rouge translates as red stick or red twig. And that's sort of where it gets that name Baton Rouge from. But it sort of signifies, too, how heat tolerant it is. So you think about Louisiana, you think about hot. It was actually found down in around Houston, Texas, and Warren, Texas. And it's super heat tolerant. But the other thing that's really unique about Baton Rouge is you get a little bit of bronzing in the early spring, but you also, instead of getting more of that typical yellow fall color you get with Sengokaku, you may start off yellow, but you typically get to a nice shade of red in the fall, which is unusual for a coral bark selection. It's going to sell out quickly today just because everyone's always after it, and we just don't have enough of them here at Mr. Maple. Next up, we've got Acer palmatum Okushimo. Now, Okushimo has that nice curled up, crinkled like leaf. It gives a unique texture out there. it's almost like reverse Peve starfish. I mean, you put those things out there opposite, and you're going to really have some wild textures in the garden.
Absolutely. And if you guys, if you're just coming in now, we've got this video going and you're just seeing, we're not live today like we normally are, but you still have this chance to win this Koto no Ito that's sitting in front of us.
Yeah, the easiest way to win is to share MrMaple.com/sale on social media. Come back and let us know where you shared it in the comment section below, not the live chat, but the comment section below, and put hashtag Happy 4th of July. And you're entered to win this Koto no Ito. And on Tuesday, July 8th, on the end of the 10 at 10, at the end of the video, we'll let you know who won the Koto no Ito.
And just, again, we have today, so don't be afraid to go check out the Mr. Maple site, MrMaple.com, and check out all these cultivars that are dropping on the weekly whammy.
And on this weekly whammy, we're really whamming it. I mean, we got 15 going on today, 10 going on tomorrow, and 10 going on Sunday. We're going to tell you everything that's dropping on the weekly whammy. So if you're watching this video, you can be prepared for what's hitting on Saturday and what's hitting on Sunday, even before those emails go out. So we got a lot going on there. In a little bit, I'll be giving you some details about when we'll be meeting up prior to our open house on July 11th and 12th. We've always typically do a dinner meetup sometime, and we got a new location where we'll be trying out some new food. It's actually closer to the nursery for our open house get together. Guys, next up, we've got Liquid Ambar Rotunda Loba. That's a sweet gum, super hardy, but it's got rounded leaves to each and every lobe. So it doesn't look anything like a sweet gum because it has that nice rounded leaf to it. Pretty unusual. Also on this whammy, we've got Osmanthus fragrance Aracantius. That is a sweet olive, fragrant sweet olive, but it's got orange blooms to it. So when the bloom's actually blooming, you've got that green leaf, you've got that orange bloom to it rather than the yellows or the whites. Next up, we've got Cornus Lemon Ripple. Lemon Ripple, as the name suggests, is a yellow variegated dogwood. Yellow margin variegation. Really cool Cornus Cusa. I like the dogwoods that are the Chinese dogwoods because they're disease resistant. That means they don't catch the anthracnose or the powdery mildew that some of the natives do. And you still get lots of beautiful blooms during the summer. With Lemon Ripple, they have the white blooms over top of the green with yellow margins on the variegation. Next up, we got Ginkgo Munchkin, small leaf ginkgo. And then we get back to more maples that are listing today.
Oh, I mean, so getting back to those maples, we look at that Acer palmatum rainbow. I mean, who doesn't want a rainbow in their garden? And now you're talking about one. And I'll tell you what, I think rainbow here lately, I've been seeing a lot of people posting their rainbows online. Talk about just that killer variegation. And I could see why it's getting really popular, but now's your chance. We have them on sale at MrMaple.com going on today.
I remember my very first trip to Buckholtz Nursery. Talon had this, everyone down at the little gazebo down by the lake, by the pond at Buckholtz Nursery. And he brought out basically like a liner or a 1 gallon of rainbow to show people as like the cool, new, neat thing. And I remember just freaking out over it, like, oh my goodness, that is so awesome. And so it's so cool to be able to actually have that and make that tree available as much as we have. But again, this one everybody's after. Many of these items will sell out quickly, so do take advantage of them while they're listed in these limited releases.
And then we're moving on to Acer Sherisowanum Bashful. And there's nothing bashful about this tree. No,
that's a dwarf Acer Sherisowanum. Think of a habit like some of those toadstool maples, like a Kiyohime, but with an Acer Sherisowanum leaf. I know we recently did a cultivar breakdown on this at Buckholtz Nursery, but I don't think it might have aired yet on our Mr. Maple show. I love Bashful just because it gives you a unique dwarf Japanese maple with that full moon style leaf. You can get some like silver kind of glossy sheens to it as well. Definitely a cool dwarf Sherisowanum, which there aren't many of Sherisowanums that have that dense, compact nature that Bashful does.
And then we also are going to have today Acer palmatum Dragon Tears. Brian Rule and I were just talking about this cultivar and how we both agreed that I think this is one that is really underrated in the trade, that I don't think enough people know about this tree. But I could tell you, being down in Cindy Bowles' garden and seeing how she had hers growing made me a believer in this tree. Not quite as, it's not a weeper like a Ryusin or anything like that, but it gives kind of that reaching, kind of semi-pendulous feel to it, but with those big red leaves, those palmate leaves.
If you think about Dragon Tears as a shape like a Moriyama, where you have the semi-pendulous habit where it sort of spreads out and still goes kind of upwards, but with red bloodgood-like leaves, you get a new appreciation for what Dragon Tears does, and it is amazing. Perfectly named for that, the way those branches sort of dangle and have that tear-like dropping to them. Definitely pretty neat. And then next up, we've got some 3 gallons of Acer Lavigatum Honglong. Not many of these. Grab these while you can. They've got some great size, great shape. Honglong is an Acer Lavigatum selection. So it's a evergreen or semi-evergreen maple. Give it some protection from the hot afternoon sun. Morning sun will really peak up the colors on it, though. It was wild collected by Mark Wethington. Mark brought it back as a seed, brought it back, and it grew out as a seedling at the J.C. Rouston Arboretum. It has this purple-like new growth, and the bark is purple as well. It gets like the silver-blue color in the older color part of the leaves. The biggest thing I've learned about Acer Lavigatum, though, is they do want morning sun, afternoon shade, or full shade if you can. But full shade, you don't get all the great colors that you do with a little bit of morning sun. If you grow Acer Lavigatum and Honglong in full sunlight, it won't do well. I've seen plenty of them just start to drop their leaves from that much sun exposure on their unique leaf. You have a leaf that's almost like a laurel. I mean, it looks nothing like a Japanese maple, but they're grafted to Japanese maples. Guys, a few 3 gallons left from our Buckholz nursery that we have here. Take advantage of that.
The first time I saw this, that you talk about that foliage on it, and I would remember the first time I saw it, I said, there's no way that's a maple. There's no way. But it is. And then to find out that it's grafted to palmatum, so there's that crossover. And then it's, depending on where you live, it could be an evergreen. I mean, it's such a fascinating tree.
All right, guys. And then lastly, on today's Whammy, we have Acer Palmatum Kodo Maru. Sometimes called Kodo Maru. It's one of the smallest growing witch's brooms, typically 3 foot by 3 foot in 10 years. It's got a really nice small leaf to it, short and center node to the leaf, compact, dense form, very easy to grow, fits in small spaces, super heat tolerant, good red fall color. It's an underrated tree that when you grow it out and you enjoy it, it's one you really begin to fall in love with. And if you see one out in a garden, you're just attracted to it because it just has that sort of bubbly like appearance to it. An amazing Japanese selection of a witch's broom. Got those on that Whammy today. Now, guys, again, remember, we're not live today, officially live. This is a video that we pre-recorded. Happy 4th of July. But you can be entered to win this Koto no Ito we have right up here in front of us by sharing MrMaple.com/sale on social media and then coming back in the comment section below, not the live chat, in the comment section below this video and letting us know where you shared it and put hashtag Happy 4th of July. If you do that, you're entered to win this Koto no Ito. And on July 8th, on our 10 at 10 video, we're going to let you know who won. And it's going to be randomly selected from all the people who commented, not in the live chat, but who commented on this video itself. So we're trying something out a little bit different here, and hopefully it'll be some fun way to get people entered. Now, guys, just because you entered, make sure to stay throughout this video because we've got a lot of cool things we're announcing on this video. I'm going to continue on, and we're going to tell you the 10 items that are dropping tomorrow on the Weekly Whammy. We're going to talk a little bit about the trees that are going on Sunday on the Weekly Whammy, the 10 trees. And we're also going to be telling you some things about the open house. Now, our open house is July 11th and July 12th. At our open houses, you can come shop all throughout all our greenhouses at the top of the nursery. We've got roughly 15 or 16 greenhouses. There's a lot of places behind the greenhouses where there's some great conifers as well. We've got a lot of large material outside that's not in the greenhouses, and in the greenhouses you're going to find in almost each and every house, hundreds of varieties of plants, most of them Japanese maples, and lots of variety. We're not talking about a set of, 500 taking up half the house. We've got roughly 6,000 trees in a house, 5,000 to 6,000 trees in a house. And in each and every house, you may find 100, 200 varieties. So a lot of fun things to see here at Mr. Maple, and you never know what you're going to find.
And, not only is there availability of so many great maples at these open houses, but there's so many great people at these houses, the community, people coming together, and Brian and I were talking a while ago, but we're saying, these open houses, it's always fun to run into someone. Oh, you're from the same place I am. So then you can share secrets. Hey, this is how I do this. It's just such a great community as well.
Yeah. And if you're wanting to come and shoot a top 5 with us, that's often when we shoot many of our top 5s that you see on our Saturdays here on the Mr. Maple Show. If you're new to us, make sure you go and subscribe here because we put out daily content all about Japanese maples. If you love Japanese maples, there's no other place you'd rather be than on the Mr. Maple Show because we teach you how to grow Japanese maples. We have lots of content about gardening with Japanese maples. We have lots of content about cultivar specifics, our weekly drops, walkthroughs of gardens, walkthroughs of greenhouses where we're talking about Japanese maples. It's a nonstop Japanese maple talk here on the Mr. Maple Show, so make sure you're subscribed. Guys, tomorrow morning, we're going to be dropping some rare plants. One that's pretty rare is Abies forestii. That's a rare fir from our Buckholtz farm. The ones we have here, you're going to want to make sure you grab them. They're super cool, super rare. If you can grow firs, this is a really cool fir that's super rare. Next up, we've got Acer palmatum orizuru. This is a pink and white sort of splotched. It's almost in that Arino Nishiki style, but it's almost like an Uzi Nishiki style at the same time. It's sort of right in between, pink and white variegation just splotched on a green leaf. Really awesome, really showy, especially this time of the season. Many of those style Japanese maples really look exceptional in that summer flush, and these are rocking it out right now.
And then coming in also, we have Acer japonicum maiku jaku. Man, I mean, just talk about those leaves. This tree gives you so much in terms of texture in the garden. And then come fall, it's going to give you some of the most amazing fall colors. Just an amazing tree. You don't want to miss out on that.
Guys, next up, we've got Cornus Cusa Autumn Rose. Now, as the name suggests, this has a good rose fall color. The blooms on it are white. But guys, this is a reticulated leaf Chinese dogwood. Now, reticulation may not be as strong in our greenhouses, but when you see this tree outside, you're going to really appreciate how it just has this sort of silver kind of leaf to it with green veining. Really unique, really special for a dogwood. There's not another dogwood that has a variegation quite like it. Take advantage of this. This is our Whammy. It's some cool items that don't hit our 10 at 10 and a little too many for our limited release.
I really like looking at this list. A lot of times we're very, very just, obviously Mr. Maple heavy on everything, but there's some really good non-maples on here.
Yeah, I mean, next up is Pinus parviflora Venus. It's a Japanese white pine. Japanese white pines, I love what they add in the garden. They give you some good blue color. Their needles just sort of give you this sort of fluff kind of appearance. And, I mean, in traditional Japanese gardening, they use Pinus parviflora heavily. It's often used in bonsai. Guys, Venus, one you don't see every day. We got some 2 gallons of it here on the Whammy.
And then AB Silverlock. I mean, you're talking about just, a killer option in the landscape. And what I love about this is that you're adding color into the landscape with this that you wouldn't normally get with a Japanese maple.
Yeah, I mean, Abies Koreana, Hortsman Silverlock, as it's sometimes called, has that nice upright form. It's got that just amazing sort of white silver kind of look in the landscape. It is just spectacular. This is the tree that Kohut's Icebreaker was found as a witch's broom on. So if you're looking for something a little bit larger to give you more of that white sort of silver color out there in the landscape, why not start with an Abies Koreana Silverlock? Again, we've got some of those in 1 gallons right now on Saturday on Mr. Maple. for our weekly Whammy.
And, again, if you're just kind of getting in, we're not live today, but you still have a chance to win this Koto no Ito that's sitting in front of us. You do need to be in the United States, but a little different. Instead of leaving your hashtag in the live chat, you're going to leave hashtag 4th of July sale.
Yeah, happy 4th of July in the comment section below, and let us know where you shared MrMaple.com/sale on social media. So you could say, hey, I shared it on Facebook, hashtag happy 4th of July. And in the comment section below, not the live chat. We'll be going through the comments, not the live chat, because this isn't a live video when we're actually filming it. Guys, next up, we've got AB's Myers Dwarf. This is a sort of compact, kind of spreading out, really nice shade of like almost Kelly green fir out there, giving you a nice evergreen out there in the garden. Got some nice 1 gallons of that. And then we've got Acer japonicum Oregon Fern, which is a lace leaf Acer japonicum.
I think is just killer because I don't normally think of lace leaf when I think of japonicum, but here you go, Oregon Fern. And its leaves are so unique that throwing it in your garden, that texture that it gives is just so unique. I believe that, you pair that up against any other maple in your garden, it's going to do really, really well. And again, I go to it all the time, especially with the japonicums, but once fall hits, you're just going to be blown away.
All right. Next on Saturday's weekly Whammy, we have Hamamelis Little Prospect, and that's in 3 gallons on Mr. Maple. Hamamelis Little Prospect is perhaps one of my favorite nativars. It's a selection of a native witch hazel, Hamamelis virginiana. You get yellow blooms that sort of dang down. They look almost spider-like in the fall. That is really showing beautiful on its own. And Little Prospect is one that has really nice foliage late into the season. Now, it also has a really nice pyramidal form, and it can handle a lot of sun. So those reasons alone, great foliage, great form, good blooms, that's cultivar worthy. But this thing's variegated, and you get yellow variegation. That's the color of my shirt on the border of a green leaf. I mean, that is that's crazy. And it can be like yellow to yellow green. It is outstanding, really special. If you're looking for something flashy, you're looking for a native plant to put out there, Little Prospect, an awesome tree dropping on tomorrow's weekly Whammy.
And then finishing out Saturday, I got to ask how this even made this list, how it's even available for this list. But we have Acer palmatum lily pad.
Now, lily pad is a variegated Macawa selection that has more of a spreading out habit to it. That's where it has that lily pad-like shape, but it has a lime green on dark green variegation on a Macawa Yetsubusa-like form. It's in that Macawa Yetsubusa family. It was found as a variegated sport on the side of Macawa Yetsubusa, and we were one of the first people to be able to offer it here at Mr. Maple. Again, some fire dropping here on this weekly Whammy. Now, not only do we have the weekly Whammy happening this weekend, we also have our Happy 4th of July sale. That's MrMaple.com/sale. We got a lot, site-wide sale, things on sale. You can go check that out. Guys, take advantage of these savings. And if you share our sale, MrMaple.com/sale on social media, that could be on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever these kids are using these days, you can be entered to win. Share it on social media and then come back in the comment section below this video and let us know where you shared it. And if you say, maybe I shared it on Twitter or I emailed it out to my garden club, and then you put hashtag Happy 4th of July, you're entered to win this Koto no Ito right here. And it's a 1 gallon Koto no Ito, great size. Koto no Ito has those thread-like leaves. In fact, Koto no Ito means Japanese harpstring. And it's because those leaves have that thread-like growth. Guys, we have so many cool items on sale for this 4th of July sale. So take advantage of this sale. Take advantage of us giving away a free tree. And unlike our live videos where we've given away a free tree at the end of the video, we're actually going to be giving away this tree on July 8th at the end of our 10 at 10 video. We will let you know who the winner was of the Koto no Ito from this giveaway that we are having right now. Guys, open house July 11th and 12th. We mentioned it a little bit earlier, talked about some of the cool things happening. If you're coming and you want to shoot a top 5 video with us at Mr. Maple, we'd love to have you. If you can email our office, that's awesome. Or you can just grab us that day and say, hey, I've got my list. I'd love to shoot a top 5 with you. We'd love to. I mean, that's a great way for us to get to know the people, but also get to talk plants. And that's what it's all about here. We love building the community we have here on Mr. Maple. And we've got a great community of people. If you're new, at the Mr. Maple Friends group on Facebook, a lot of people share a lot of their videos of their garden, photos of their garden. And it's cool to see our trees growing around in California, New York, Louisiana. And you can see a cultivar that you may be looking for growing in a gardening zone similar to yours. So something cool to check out is that Mr. Maple Friends group, a great community of people there. And there's also a great community of people in our live chat and all of our videos. So you definitely want to be a part of that. Now, at our open houses, we always have our open house. And our open house is from 8 to 12. We're doing it in the morning because it's the summer open house. And we're doing it on Friday for the people who can get to it. And then we're doing it on Saturday for the people who couldn't get to it on Friday. If you've never been to one of our open houses, don't worry. There's always a bunch of cool trees, no matter what. If you're coming in the middle part of the day or later as it's about to close, you're going to find cool stuff. But try to get here early. On Saturday and Friday, our employees are getting here extra early for you, and we're trying to get everybody out of the greenhouses before it gets hot. That's the whole idea. On Saturday afternoon, I've actually got a baby shower because I've got a baby boy due in August. I've got to be out of there pretty quickly after 12. So we're asking that everyone, if you're coming, try to get here early and have all your shopping concluded by that 12 o'clock time frame because it's going to get hot. And we got to get our employees and you out of the greenhouses before it gets too hot. We always do a dinner, though, before our open house. And on our dinner this time, it's going to be on Thursday. And it's going to be on Thursday, July 10th at 6:30 p.m. But it's going to be at a different place. Before we'd done Mezzaluna a lot, this time it's going to be at Tenango's. And that's TENANGO''S. It's a Mexican restaurant not too far from the nursery. If you're familiar with coming to Mr. Maple, you may know that when you're taking the left to go to Mr. Maple, there's a Bojangles on your right. Well, right beside of that, on the right of, right before that is Tenango's Mexican restaurant. It's pretty delicious. We've went there a few times with our nursery as just, taking our people out to eat, to celebrate different things. And that's going to be our spot for this summer open house. Our pre-meetup dinner is going to be at Tenango's Mexican restaurant, 6:30 p.m., July 10th.
You're making me hungry now, Tim.
They got some good Mexican food.
They got the best queso in town, I think so.
That's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. Now, guys, we've got Sunday still we're dropping on our weekly whammy. Now, again, we've got that sale going on right now on Mr. Maple. Take advantage of those savings. But Sunday is going to be one more day of our weekly whammy. And starting out, we've got Parodia subaqualis. Now, Parodia subaqualis is a Parodia that's an ironwood that's a little bit different. One of the reasons I like it is because instead of getting more of those yellows to oranges in the fall, you get a nice cherry red. Ironwood is awesome because you get this really nice flaking on the bark as it matures. It gives you a nice upright tree that's drought tolerant, heat resistant, easy to grow in anybody's garden. But when you add that red fall color instead of more of that yellow to orange, it's very dynamic in anybody's garden.
And this next one, Star Showers, I remember the first time seeing this one and on sale on Sunday. But the first time seeing this one, just that variegated look that it gets is just, it just really stands out. And the way it kind of climbs just really stands out.
Now, on MrMaple.com, there's more information about our open house. There's a link on the carousel to our weekly whammy and a link on the carousel to our 4th of July sale. So all the stuff we're talking about can be found right there on MrMaple.com. Star Showers, though, is one of the cool ones, though. I remember seeing that Virginia Creeper for the first time, and it's just variegated. It's striking. It looks almost like variegated poison ivy, but it's safe. People aren't allergic to it. It is pretty awesome and spectacular. Now, next up, we've got a sweet gum, but we have Silver King. Now, Silver King is a sweet gum that has a variegation similar to that of Acer palmatum butterfly. You get green on the interior, almost like a blue-green, and then you get a white margin on the outside on a sweet gum leaf. Definitely one that's kind of unique and special. Next up, we've got Pieris japonica katsura. Now, this is a Japanese laurel that is pretty awesome. You get this new growth flush that is almost just like this really nice shade of red. It's really attractive. And then you get those sort of nice white blooms that everybody loves about the Pieris japonica as well.
And then also on Sunday, we have Acer palmatum Jetalo orange, or some people yellow orange. But, you know, this was one Brian and I were just talking about. And this is one of those that I think the foliage, not just, you know, the foliage of it, but to me, I think this has one of the most striking fall colors to it.
It does. It's just a bold orange. It is just outstanding. I like the spring color too. It's an off shade of red. It's not your typical maroon. And the lobes on the leaf are often, the sublobes are really small. And so you get this nice serration on the leaf that is very interesting texturally on a lace leaf as well. It's one that definitely stands out and is underrated when it comes to Japanese maples. Guys, next up, we've got Acer palmatum Hubble Super Cork. Selection found by our good friend Scott Hubble, who loves bonsai, and he selected this one for corking up and corking up quickly. It's one of the quicker corking up Japanese maples where you get that pine bark on an Acer palmatum. And it gives that older appearance out there in the landscape, so you have that just sort of old-looking tree, or in a container, or as a bonsai. Next level, good red fall color, heat tolerance. I often have seen this one get a lot more low branching to it too. It seems to have a lot of horizontal growth, which has been something that'd be really interesting for bonsai. You've got a lot to work with down low.
And then coming up, we have Acer palmatum fairy hair. Folks, I tell you what, with fairy hair, you can get on our site and look at the pictures, but I can tell you that there's not a picture that I have seen that does justice for fairy hair during the fall. To see fairy hair in its peak during fall is one of the, I mean, it's just such a fascinating tree with, you know, we're giving away Cotonoito, but we're talking about fairy here, something with such a fine leaf structure, but when it goes to that kind of that rusty kind of red fall color, it's a sight to behold.
Whammy. I mean, look, we've got Rainbow dropping on Friday, Lily Pad dropping on Saturday, and Fairy Hair dropping on Sunday. That is, man, of a weekly whammy. Fairy Hair was Talon Buckholtz's one of his very first introductions, found as a chance seedling from Scolar pendifolium. I've actually found other seedlings that look similar to Fairy Hair. It's a really low percentage, about 2 to 3% of the time from the selection Scolar pendifolium. It is really unique, slow growing. Make sure to give it good drainage. The biggest mistake I've seen with Fairy Hair is overwatering. And I think that's one of the reasons we have some trouble with them if we have them in our regular greenhouses here, is because we water them the same as we water, you know, a 2.5 foot, 3 foot, 1 gallon, other type of a Japanese maple. Fairy Hair doesn't like or need that much water. So keep that in mind to keep your Fairy Hair happy in your garden. Guys, next up, we've got Acer campestre pestilens. Now, we've had some 2-gallon high grass before. These are 1 gallons. Limited amount of these available, so we thought we'd drop them here on our weekly whammy. Campestre pestilens is that same species everybody loves with Carnival. It's that European field maple, but this is a more yellow form. Give it some sunlight to really peak up that sort of yellow color, but this is a more yellow-like form on an Acer campestre.
What's really cool about those is that normally when you have those light colors, we're talking about throw it in the shade. Throw it in the shade. With these, you could throw in the sun and you're actually going to perform better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a European field maple. They prefer more sunlight than they do shade, and so people often give them a little too much shade because they see those lighter colors. Don't do that. Give it some sunlight. Now, next we've got Stordia Plant Mad. Now, Stordia Plant Mad is a very silver pewter-like form with a really good form on the tree as well. It's a selection by one of our good friends of Stordia, and you get Stordia. This one you get good foliage, good form, good bark, blooms like a camellia, and good fall color. It's a winner all the way around. And then last up, we've got Hamamala Sweet Sunshine. This is a witch hazel that gives you some nice, almost like yellow almost yellow to orange like blooms on these like dangling spider-like forms. It's an X intermediate. That means it blooms during the winter months. So early January, mid-February, you're going to be getting some nice blooms out there when you just see like twigs and then blooms hanging off of those twigs. It's extremely showy and special. And that is our weekly whammy for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, before we leave today, I just want to make sure you know we've got that sale going on at MrMaple.com. That's MrMaple.com/sale. That's that 4th of July sale. It's only for this weekend. And after all of our entries are through on the weekend, people who are entering to win this Coach no Ito, you can do that by sharing MrMaple.com/sale on social media, coming back here in the video right below it. There's a comment section. We're not talking about the live chat. We're talking about the comment section below, and putting hashtag Happy 4th of July and letting us know where you shared this sale on social media. And by doing that, you're entered to win that Coach no Ito right there. We're going to let some people know on July 8th during our 10 at 10 video. Right at the end of the video, we're going to let you know who won this Coach no Ito. So definitely participate. You know, when we do this each and every week, we have sometimes 100, 150 people enter. And there's a lot of people who have been multiple time winners. So because we do this so frequently, there's a good chance of winning if you're always participating in our giveaways.
Absolutely. So don't go ahead and get your names in there, get entered, and then make sure you go back and check MrMaple.com, because, you know, I'm looking at this list, and then the 4th of July sale going on, site-wide sale, insane prices, killer cultivars, not just Japanese maples. It's across the board. Don't miss out on it.
Now, this is the 4th of July, so I'm going to throw y'all in a few more secrets. We have another truck arriving on Monday, right before the open house. So there's going to be a lot of special goodies here at this open house, July 11th and 12th, you're going to be a part of. Again, if you're able to come to our pre-dinner meetup, that's going to be July 10th at 6:30 p.m. at Tenango's. Again, Tenango's Mexican restaurant. That's TENANGO ', Mexican restaurant. It's real close to the nursery. It's not far from the McDonald's and the Bojangles. It's literally right beside the Bojangles as you're turning to come down here to the nursery. You're going to want to be there. It's fun. It's a fun time to meet up, hang out, talk trees. Matt and I will often be there and discussing, and you'll get to talk to other collectors who love Japanese maples just like you do. Many show up to almost each and every dinner that we do. And parking there is really easy. So it's not like downtown Hendersonville where you have to find a parking spot and then pay for parking. This is a restaurant where you can just pull up and park. So something a little bit different we're doing this time, but we look forward to seeing you there. We look forward to seeing our open house. Take advantage of this sale, MrMaple.com/sale, which is our 4th of July sale. Happy 4th of July. Take advantage of this weekly whammy, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You all been in this video, so you all got the full breakdown of a lot of stuff happening, and you had a chance to enter to win this Coach no Ito.
And guys, we appreciate you tuning in. If you like this type of stuff, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Let your friends know. Let everybody know about this sale. We all appreciate it. Y'all take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.